What happened in the jacuzzi last weekend, lad? That's all I've been given. All I've been given.
I haven't even heard of it.
So someone said to me, ask him what happened in the jacuzzi in the party last weekend. Can we not disclose the information? Give us a clue.
Some bird got in basically, and I'm not one to like. I'm not one to like spoil the party or anything, but that way, you know what I mean. So obviously I got naked with them and got in. Do you know what I mean? Just a bit.
Fucking little jizz mushrooms everywhere in the pool. You got nailed there. I've also been asked to ask you what's Pab's dancing.
Oh my god! I didn't even know.
What's this?
I didn't even know. Oh, that's mad. When I was a kid, I was in my dad's front room, and he whipped off the camera, and like one of my favourite tunes at the time was like Black Eyed Peas. I can't even remember what the tune was called. I was about 8 or something. I didn't even know about that. I started dancing. It's funny that. So.
When I try and research the guests and try and get information on them, I just fucking like scroll through social media and try and find people. Yeah. And it was hard for you because like you don't really tag people in your posts or nothing. So I was matching faces with followers, right, and trying to message people and no one was getting back to me. And then on the Just Real podcast, you talk about your Our Judo Academy or whatever. Yeah. So I found them on Facebook and messaged them and I got in touch with your Our and everything. And then some lad I got in touch with yesterday just asked me about the jacuzzi. I was like, sound, I'll go with that. Nailed. How's your day been, lad?
Good. Tiring, training, working.
Yeah.
Earning the pennies.
Yeah, fucking earning the dollar, lad, and all that. I want to start off about sort of talking about growing up around different fighting disciplines because you were surrounded by fighters growing up. You know, I know your dad's second dan in judo. So I've heard you say third dan, and when I spoke to him last night, he went, I'm second, I'm not third yet. And I was like, all right then, sound. But he's and he's got his own dojo, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And then is it your auntie, who's a Thai boxer, Muay Thai, and then your nan and granddad, karate really, black belts. That's fucking sick, that, innit?
Man's world champion.
I wouldn't fucking mess with your family at all, lads, you know what I mean? Imagine someone trying to break into their house, mate, to be getting fucking banged everywhere.
Not together now as well. It's both mental, so.
Were you scared to step out of line as a kid in case you got filled in by them all or what?
Yeah, I was, yeah. Like, I was a bit mad, you know what I mean? I was a bit like, I was a good kid, just a bit nuts, you know what I mean? Like,
fucking, yeah. Was it because you were surrounded by people scrapping or was it just the way you were?
I just think it's just the way I am and the way my family is, you know what I mean? It was just all a bit mad, so like, I think it's just inbred.
How did growing up around sort of all these fighters affect you then?
It was a positive impact, to be fair. Yeah, very positive. Like, I was never one. I didn't have to start fighting, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was always like it was just there.
Yeah.
I was
second nature, wasn't it? Like,
there, yeah. So like, all these people being around me, it was like an influence. Like, don't do this, don't do that, but do this and do that. And as a young kid, obviously you want to try and rebel, but obviously there's little things I tried to do and little bits I used to want my mates and stuff and try and rebel. But then as you get a little bit older,
but you're a kid, you've got to fucking experience these things, haven't you?
But I never stepped out of line and I never not trained, never
it's discipline, innit?
Well. Yeah, it's a massive discipline. It's all about discipline. And the lifestyle was inbred in me, so it's never been.
Yeah, no, I get that. Did you sort of naturally want to follow suit and get into the fighting game, or was you sort of pushed down the roads like, get into fighting, lad?
Like I say, it was never. I can't remember the time when it started.
Yeah,
so, like,
it was just always there.
It was just always there. Like my dad, he said my dad had this dojo.
Yeah.
I can't remember when it started because it was just
there all the time. Yeah. So it wasn't like, I get that now. Like, it wasn't a point where you were like, right, I'm going to go to judo today. It was just fucking, you were always around the gym, always with them and stuff. Yeah, no, I get that.
And like when I got home from school, it was like, right, get home, get your training kit on, go to the gym. And it went like, there was no question. There was no question in it. It wasn't like, I'm going to go to the gym today. I was a kid.
It was
just told,
there.
you're on the gym tonight. Do you know what I mean? And that was it. So as I got older, it was still like, that's just what you do.
Did you find it a chore or were you just enjoying it?
Nah, yeah, like I had mates in that there, do you know what I mean? And
so you were socialising as well. Yeah. I can imagine. So you were there from sort of day one, but like what's your sort of earliest memory of sort of fighting? Because, you know, as you get older, like, you lose memories and stuff anyway, so...
Yeah. I remember one of my mates coming when I was in primary school.
Yeah.
And
just fucking banged them
still
out.
mates now, yeah.
Oh,
Well, he started trying to get a bit of a front on. He started arguing in the club. And I threw him and poked him in the eyes, and he stormed out the gym. And my dad was like, "Where are you going?" He was like, "I'm going home, I'm going home." Still mates now.
It's right, lad. Put him in his place, though. That's fucking sick, that. So what was you like in school then? Like, because you had a bit about you could hold your own. Was you going around just like fucking banging kids out, or were you well behaved?
What I didn't realise was, like, I have titles in combat sports.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And, like, I have nothing to prove. Like, I don't need to prove anything to anyone.
Because then
the
titles prove
people
that,
I have to prove to is me coaches or...
yourself.
Like, myself, yeah. And that's it, really. Like, I think as a kid, I wanted to prove that I could fight. I wanted to prove that I could do this. But I had titles behind me. I didn't need to, like, go and hit someone or be a bully. But I did have a bit of a chip on my shoulder and I did want to prove myself in school.
But it's hard because, like, growing up, so if we skip to sort of senior school, what senior school did you go to?
Chesterfield.
Did you? Yeah. So the thing is, like, it's fucking over 1,000 kids in most senior schools. That, you know, you're learning to deal with emotions and fucking, you know, your hormones are changing. You had fucking lads saying, I'm the cock of the school and all that. If they're getting in your fucking face, you don't have to prove nothing, but you're like, I'm going to knock you down a fucking peg or two, you little prick, do you know what I mean?
Exactly, and plus, coming from, like, around C4 brutal ways and going to school in Crosby, I think I had still, like, a bit of a
point of proving that.
Yeah, like, you're from Crosby. You know, like, just get older, you grow out of it, don't you? You know what I mean? I'd rather probably live in Crosby now.
You're just walking around the school like that, you're all fucking Tory, shut up, I'll fucking bang you all.
Basically, yeah, exactly.
Is it right, lad? Did you get into many scraps in school, or?
Nah, not really.
No.
To be fair, I think it was more like me just going,
Yeah, because I heard on fucking, I think it was on the Just Real one where you were saying in year 7, like you were fronting year 11s and everything because you weren't arse. You were just like, fucking what, lad?
That's what I mean. I had like a point to prove, do you know what I mean?
I love shit like that though. There was a couple of things in our school where there was this lad, he was dead quiet, like wouldn't fucking stare at anyone, and like he was all spotty and everything, and he looked like a bit of a fucking nerd. And I remember one day fucking, you know, when everyone used to like bunk on the bus and all that, the bus driver just gripped him and he fucking bladdered this grown man bus driver everywhere, and everyone was just like, what the fuck? And he was a trained fighter and no one knew. And he just fucking bladdered this fella, and I was like, shit, don't fucking ever like, don't judge a book by its cover, because some people are just fucking solid.
Well, there was a time in school, to be fair, there was a lad who I knew done judo, because obviously I was in that like environment.
Yeah.
And I seen him in a competition once when I was younger.
Okay.
And I knew that he did it, but I don't think anyone else in the year did. And there was a lad who started like giving him a bit of mouth from man by man.
Yeah.
And he was from like Crosby ways, and he's just a quiet kid, got on with school, top sets and all that, do you know what I mean? Yeah. This lad was like from my sets, do you know what I mean? I went in the worst sets, but like I went in the best either.
Yeah.
And he started giving a bit of mouth, and he just went, fuck, grabbed him, fronted him, he just grabbed him, threw him on the floor.
Oh, mate.
And
started doing him in.
Yeah, and then it was just, everyone was like, whoa,
what the fuck, yeah.
Some people are quiet about it, do you know what I mean?
Massively. There was another one, I remember, I think we were in RE, and these two lads started arguing, and they were both fucking mings in school, like, so we were all like, this is going to go off and it's going to be the worst fight ever, it's going to be funny. So like in school, when there was a scrap, everyone used to fucking like gather around, like throw bags at them and everything. Yeah. And they started like arguing on the yard, and he was like, shut up lad, and I'm going to kick you. And I was like, who the fuck threatened someone with a kick, you little dickhead? And he literally just like took a step back, roundhoused him to the jaw and dropped him, and I just went, sound, not going to call you a ming ever again because I'm a shitbag and I'm going to get filled in by you. That lad, it was scary. He just went bang, clean to the chin. The lad was just on the deck and I was like, oh, that's bizarre. No way. So what sort of fighting disciplines were you sort of doing as a child? So have you mentioned the judo? Yeah,
obviously judo, boxing, obviously. But Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling.
Bit of everything.
Bits of Taekwondo, bits of karate, But obviously, as we got older, boxing kind of took over. Obviously, I went to Bahrain to fight.
Yeah, well, I was going to touch on that. So, when did you decide to sort of move solely into a striking discipline?
Well, to be fair, I'm still, even now training, I'm still doing Muay Thai.
All kinds.
I'm still doing Jiu-Jitsu, still doing other things. Yeah. Like, to be fair, I would still like to get in the cage.
You've mentioned that a few times, wouldn't you?
I don't want to put it to waste. I've got titles in all these combat sports.
Exactly.
I don't want to put it to waste. It's just, I do enjoy boxing, and I did start to win more titles. Did move abroad for it.
Yeah.
It's just started to take over a little bit.
Yeah, I get that. And if you stop sort of practicing, and then you're a peg or two behind people, and then you know, you might as well, if you've got the time and the energy to keep fucking training in the different disciplines, like, you might as well keep up with it. How did your family sort of support you then? Like, when you started moving more serious into the fighting game?
See, I've always been serious, but when I started to, like, as a young kid, I remember saying, like, I want to be a professional fighter. I didn't care what I didn't care what discipline.
You just knew you wanted to be
a professional fighter, yeah. And, like, that was always something in the back of, like, my mum's head type thing.
Yeah.
My family's minds. But as I got older and started to leave school and went to a boxing college and things like that, that's when I started to get a little bit more serious. Like, okay,
this can change my life. This can be serious.
Now it's very serious, yeah, because these are the years now where I'm looking to turn professional. I'm starting to turn into a man, do you know what I mean? Things like that. And basically, I turned around to my mum one day and said, and my stepdad, and said, listen, I wanna get a job. I wanna start earning a little bit of money. And he said to me, why? Like, what's the point? And I said, well, I want to be able to buy myself something, or if I want it, or whatever, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
He said, well, if you want something, tell us and we'll get you there. And
just focus on
training. Yeah, and
how does that make you feel, though?
Obviously happy, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, getting goosebumps even about it now, because they've always supported.
It's someone who's fucking, like, you look up to, they've been there for you from day one, and, like, for them to be that invested in your skill set, so it can just take that worry away from you then, can't it? Because you don't have to worry about fucking making ends meet and all that. You can just channel all your focus into fighting and training. Well, that's boss.
The only time I actually needed to worry about earning money properly was when I got back from Bahrain. And obviously I was turning 20 then. Yeah. I'm 21 now, I was turning 20 then. And I was like, right, I need a job, I need to earn a bit of money. I want to pay for a phone contract, I want to get a car, I want to do this and that. So yeah, I got a job then, but that was when I moved out of my mum's, and that's when, like, I needed to start supporting myself because I was a man then, do you know what I mean? But exactly. Like, before that, my mum was supporting me. I was doing the odd PTE in there, and little bits of money to keep me going.
Fucking make ends meet and all that.
To be fair, I still don't.
Still don't, yeah.
As long as I can get the gym, as long as I can pay for gym fees, and
that's all you fucking need.
Outside, like,
but I've seen all your little fucking sponsorship posts and all that. You don't even have to buy Clever anymore. People sending you clothes. It's fucking sound, like, isn't it?
Man, my stepdad laughed when I goes there. I said a new topic or a new cap or whatever you got from. Like,
it's fucking sound. It's the only reason why I started the pod, because I can't be asked spend the money on Clever. I'm like that. Hey, sponsor me pod, lad. Get some free clothes. I'll have to get on Giacomo because I'm a fuck cut now, lad. You know what I mean? See if they sponsor me. Do us a favour, lad. Just move it slightly closer towards you. It just keeps cutting out a little bit. Now, I want to talk about Bahrain, but I want to jump ahead a little bit. Did any of your family try and influence your styles? Did they try and get in your ear? Because obviously you've got all the different backgrounds.
You know what, to be fair, no. Not really. No, I think they just, it's just, you be you, as long as I'm fighting. Obviously, as my boxing started to come up
take
more
off,
than others, it was obviously more expected for me to carry on with boxing, which it has. Obviously, I have obviously carried on with that.
Good luck.
But yeah, I'm still training other things, and my family's still happy to see me do that. As long as I'm still, my focus is still turning professional, still making the best for myself out of my career.
Good lad. I want to touch a little bit on mental health. I know you've sort of mentioned it in the past that you've had some tough times and that. Do you want to talk about what you went through? Is that all right?
Yeah, I can do. Yeah.
So, what sort of issues did you have?
Basically, frustration, anger issues. Like, it never goes. It's still there.
100%, yeah.
But it's just, as you get older, I think you learn to deal with it a lot better.
Yeah, you don't want to sort of suppress them feelings, but it's, I imagine with fighting, you can channel it into fighting.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think as a kid, what I struggled with as well, being a fighter, I didn't want to admit to myself that I had these mental problems. You're meant to be cold. It's
stigma. People see it as a weakness, but it's not. But I get what you're saying.
Exactly. I think from my point of view, if I was someone who didn't fight or never fought, and I seen someone who did fight, who's supposed to be a bit of a tough man, who's supposed to be, but they're being a bit of a joker, and they're being open and honest about what they've been through and how they've had to deal with shit in the past. I'd think, wow, do you know what I mean? I can not look up to that, but
you can relate to it, can't you?
Exactly. Yeah.
No, I get that.
If he can do it, I can do it.
And that's all it takes. It takes, like, it was huge when Tyson Fury come out and was like, listen, I've fucking been fighting with these demons and all that. And then there was just this whole sort of media circus around it, and everyone was like, fucking hell, I felt like that. And everyone just jumped on it. And I was like, it's scary and it's sad that people have to hide behind it for so long, and it's a massive. It should just be the norm just to talk about it. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But with the frustration thing, I'm an angry little bastard. He knows I've been an angry bastard all my life, but I'm a fucking shitbag. Like, I'll throw the worst dig ever, and then I used to hide behind him all the time. The amount of times, right, I'd start scraps in footy or even on the street, and then I'd fucking hide behind him because he's bigger than me. He was like, "You're a dickhead." But I got into rugby. That's how I sort of got me anger out. I'd just fucking, you'd have straighteners smash into people for 80 minutes and have a pint, and I was like, it's fucking sound.
Yeah. See, that's the difference with me. I think as I was growing up, I'd say it was from when I was about 13 till about, I'd say 16.
Yeah.
I went through these issues, and when I was 17, when I left school really, I started to like, life became a little bit more easier for me because in school, I was that busy training, I didn't really have a let out. And I went through a little bit of a phase where I had mates in school, but not outside of school. And that started to affect me a little bit, obviously getting on to seeing them go to parties and things. I didn't drink and still don't, do you know what I mean?
Okay.
But I've learned to, I'm the maddest in a party, you know, as you know, I've just got naked.
And you're sober as anything.
I don't need nothing.
Yeah, but you've
got that personality.
Like, from social media, like, you seem to have that really fucking sort of friendly, outgoing personality. Like, you're not too serious. You'll have a laugh. You're like, fuck it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. I think because I take my career so serious, I made life so serious, I try to take myself less serious. Yeah. If that makes sense.
But that's a good sort of outlook to have. Now, you're saying anger issues and struggle with a little bit in school. How did you sort of, like, so you were training hardcore, and in training you've got the utmost respect for your peers and your trainers. How did you sort of look at teachers and all that? Did you have the same respect, or you were like, "What the fuck are you talking to?" sort of thing?
I hated them.
Really?
Yeah, because all I thought to myself was, "You're not teaching me anything.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything for me.
You're just wasting my time, effectively, because I could be in the gym doing what I'm fucking good at."
Basically, and I had a teacher, Mr. Sexton, his name is actually, and I'll say that openly. He's still in the school now. My little brother goes there now.
Oh, really?
He's still in the school. I spoke to him a few weeks ago, actually. Not for long, like, but he basically turned around to me and said to me in about year 10, year 9, year 10 it might have been, we'll let you leave school early if you get your head down, because you can do it. You're not stupid. You just can't be asked. You'd rather be in the gym, so we'll let you go early to get to the gym. And I said, okay, got my head down, passed all my GCSEs.
Give you the bargaining chip there.
And I didn't even end up going home early because I just got my head down and realised this is
fair
easier.
play to him, because that's the thing that frustrates me, because we sort of tarnish I'm saying being a bit of a fucking knobby, takes me bad to teacher now, but I was the same. Like, I used to fucking hate teachers at times, but we tarnish all teachers with the same sort of brush.
Yeah.
But it's hard because they've got 30 kids and they've got to sort of cater to all 30 kids, so they just try and do the one thing, and you get the people like yourself where you're getting nothing from it. And they should be like, listen, Paul, fucking, is what's going to help you? Let's fucking do that. But instead, they just push it to the side. So fair play to that teacher for going, your passion is fighting and being in the gym. Is a little fucking bargaining chip. I'll let you go early if you get your head down. You just went, fucking hell, yes, sound. You had a bit of respect for him then. Yeah. Incentive, respect for him. Your head was down. You didn't even leave early. You got your fucking stuff done. You passed all your GCSEs and you were still happy training. So you done a fucking good job there.
Not just passed them as well.
Excelled.
Flying colours,
and
fucking
sound.
And C's as well.
Good lad. I got a couple of A's, that's it. I got a D in geography, lad. I used to fucking love geography, right? And I thought, I'll sit there and I'll just fucking name capitals and like name countries of flags and all that. I love all that. And I was like, that's what geography is.
Started talking about rocks and all that.
Don't get me wrong, right? I was still interested in rocks and all that. I was fucking flying. And when we got to my GCSEs, they were like, it's 40% coursework, 60% exam. The coursework was on Ormskirk. Like, we went and spent 3 days in Ormskirk doing like fucking polls of what people do and where they're going. And I was like, I'm not asked about the high street in Ormskirk, so I didn't do it. So I fucking got a date. I was fuming, like. I was like, let me just go and lick some rocks or name some flags. Fucking looking at these women going to Evans, you fat cunt, shut up. Just fucking done me head in, like. Bit of a fucking segue there, but yeah. What other issues did you deal with? Was it just the anger and frustration, or?
I think that led on to more, not I would say more serious, but more, like, when I started to realise I was a little bit more lonely, I started convincing myself I was alright without people in my life.
Really?
Basically, I convinced myself I didn't need mates. It's better for me in my career. It's better for me. And I've said it on every podcast I've been on as well. I'm an extrovert. I think everyone knows that the way I am, do you know what I mean? I'm just in your face. I always have been.
Yeah.
And then going through a patch where I had no one to even speak to or really be with or go out with or do anything with. And I mean, when I say I was lonely, I was fucking
no one at all.
I had like my family.
That's tough though, because it can be quite dangerous when you're just solely alone with your thoughts. You know
but it became dangerous physically because mentally I was telling myself I was fine. All I need to do is go to the gym 2 times a day, then it turned to 3 times a day, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7.
Yeah.
And then I was getting to the point where I was crashing. And
You're
then I nearly
pushing
put
your
myself in
body
hospital.
to its limit and exhaustion.
Nearly put myself in hospital.
Wow.
That bad.
That is scatty, that life.
I wouldn't stop. People
Even the best athletes in the world can't push themselves that far because your body just has a limit.
Yeah, and I think that's what people don't realise. You need to study shit, and you need to, like me going through that, I know the point where my body tells me now, rest for a bit. Yeah. I don't like to rest, don't get me wrong, I still don't. But I still train 3-4 times a day. But
recovery is a huge part of fucking gains, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
How did you sort of overcome that then? When you said you nearly hospitalised yourself, when did you realise, shit, I need to fucking do something about this?
When, basically I started doing PTs, and my mate, who I said before, who poked in the eyes, weirdly enough, he came to one of my classes that I was doing.
Okay.
And he just got in touch with me randomly after like 2 years. Don't get me wrong, he still messages me every now and again, you're okay, this, that. We've never seen each other, nothing ever came from it. He came and he was like, you should come out with me and the boys, because it was, what was on? The World Cup. England was playing. Okay. And Riley's in Bootle, he was going to, and my gym at the time, my dad's where I was doing these classes, was only down the road from it. Yeah. And he was like, come later. And I was like, yeah, I might do. And I went home and told my mum that I'd just seen my mate from school. And she knows him very well.
And she was telling you to go, was she?
She was like, go, Paul, go.
She knew what was best for you, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. And I went, and you know what? I turned up. I shook one of my best mates now, Nathan's hand, and he was fucking shit scared of me. He's got autism. He's a little bit frail.
He's timid and all that.
Yeah, he's very timid. He was shitting himself. Oh. Nick, a lad from school, he was a year below me in primary school. I was like, hell, you're a big lad now, you aren't you? He's like my best mate now. And
he blanked me, the prick.
Did he? Yeah?
He hasn't read it. And then I messaged another lad and he was like, oh, Nick probably knows him a bit better than me. And I went, do us a favour, message Nick, because he hasn't read it and he still hasn't messaged me. And I sent him a friend's request and he still hasn't accepted it.
he's very like private.
Yeah.
That's what he's like.
I get that. But imagine just getting like a fucking message from some fat ginger kid like that. Hey, like, get some shit on Paul. He's like, fuck, have you done it?
Yeah, I'm not on that. Like,
yeah, exactly. Surprised he hasn't told you.
Nah, he hasn't. But I just started making them laugh. Do you know what I mean? I just started to make them laugh as best as I could, and they were laughing and that. And then it was just, let's go out again. Let's come to this party. Let's do this, do that.
Yeah. But you got massive benefits from that then, because you were fucking alone, you know, and it's a big thing for you to go. But as you said then, it was just about making each other laugh, and it was the ice was fucking broken straight away. Yeah. To see each other regularly. I know lockdown's been a fucking swat like, but
I haven't really sucked on all those.
Yeah, fuck, I'm the same. You're in my house. Do you know what I mean? Exactly, yeah. People in work will say, are you following the right protocols? Or people in your house? I'm like, yeah, I've got fucking self-home test kits and everything. Do it all the time.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, not asked. As I've said it, and I'm going to say it again, let all the alcons die. I'm not asked. Let them die, fucking save the economy.
Yeah,
they're all fossils anyway.
Fittest,
exactly.
But,
sorry, I fucking took you off. It's all about Nick and your mates and all that then.
Yeah, no, I see them. Like near enough every day.
Good lad.
Or as much as I can anyway.
Yeah.
Like obviously I'm busy training, I'm busy doing PTs.
Yeah.
And other things, like I see them as much as I
Yeah, it's nice to make time. Yeah. Me and him are the same. We were best friends since kids, and then we had a period where we didn't talk, but the podcast, we see each other at least, it's once a week minimum, isn't it? But like we'll get like 2 recordings in sometimes, and we talk all the time, so it's nice, even though we've both got kids and stuff, you've got your own private life, it's nice to just always make that little bit of time. Exactly, yeah. Would you say sort of you've overcome all of your issues now, or you've still got some sort of demons? No one's perfect, are they?
Nah, no one is, and I think
it's unhealthy if you say you're perfect. You've got to have fucking balance.
I like to not be normal, do you know what I mean? As it is anyway, so I will sit and admit I've got fucking problems, I've got issues, or I'm this and that. I'm not asked. Like, I am who I am, do you know what I mean? I'm an open book. But, like, I've learned to deal with it, and I've learned, like, it's the past. Yeah. Like, what it was as I was growing up, it was my mum and dad had seen them have a bad breakup when I was younger, and that affected me.
I can imagine, tough.
And growing up, I was frustrated over it, basically, and then
did you ever find
with my dad, and I was having arguments with him, couldn't go to his house. It was just things building up.
Did you ever find yourself blaming yourself for them splitting up? Because that happens a lot. Like kids will put the blame on themselves. No.
Funnily enough, no. I know a lot of people have said that. Like a lot of my mates' mums and dads, and they're like, I feel like it's me. I never felt like that.
My mom's been married 3 times. Like I've said to her, you're either like wedding cake or you're a fucking slag. Because like no one gets married 3 times. You know what I mean? So.
Exactly, yeah. But the thing is, I've seen my mum and dad argue. And I've seen what they were arguing over. And I know exactly why they broke. I know, you know what I mean? I know it all. And I've had arguments with my mum. And I've had arguments with my dad. And I know what they're both like. And I know why they clashed. Because I clashed with them both as well. Do you know what I mean?
Some personalities just don't mix.
No.
Like, and I've said this, and I've said, I know it's shit, but when you're meeting someone, you should be like, listen, watch your fucking CV. I need to see what you're about. Because you get invested, you have kids, and then you realise you're a twat, don't like it. You're fucked, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? You're invested, and you're stuck together for life, or you're attached somehow. So, but yeah, that happens, doesn't it?
The thing is, though, my stepdad, he's been there since I was 9.
Yeah.
I fucking love him.
You've mentioned this before.
Yeah, I love him. He has stuck by me, and he has fucking took me to the gyms, and he's walked into my life and pushed me. He hasn't like brought me down. He hasn't told me not to do this, not to that. He's seen what I do, and he's pushed me in it, and do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? Take me hat off to him, because my daughter's not mine biologically, and taking on someone else's child is probably the hardest job in the world, because people I see who are in relationships when it's not their kid, they sort of take, get to go on the back burner, like, don't really want to get involved, don't want to say too much in case I see it. For him to be like, no, listen, I'm going to fucking push you. I'm going to put my arm around your shoulder when you need to be. I'm going to kick you up the ass when you need to be. Yeah, like, fucking fair play to him.
He was 4 years older than what I am now when he walked into my life, you know what I mean, and became my stepdad. And that's like...
Still a kid, aren't you, effectively?
I couldn't imagine myself in 4 years even having kids, never mind, like taking someone else's kids on, do you know what I mean? So I'll always respect him for it.
Wow.
And yeah,
because he's been in your ear and he's saying you're going to be fucking world champion, and you said they've been financially supporting you so you can concentrate.
Exactly, yeah.
Wow, that's boss.
Yeah. He's say, like, when we go on holiday, someone says, who's that? He's like, it's my son. He never say, oh, it's my stepson. He never say this, that.
Never,
He's always, it's my son, do you know what I mean?
Good on him.
But all my family are proud, like my dad even, he will sit and say, that's my son, do you know what I mean? And think, even after all the shit we've been through, do you know what I mean? Like, he will still sit. Don't get me wrong, I don't see my dad as much.
No.
As I do my mum and my stepdad.
Yeah.
But he's still things.
Still part of your life.
I still go and see him every now and again. He's still always saying, how are you getting on, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Important question, though. Could you bang the both of them?
Yeah.
Just flatten them. I remember he was about 14, and he got to the point where he was just like fucking squaring up to his half fella, and he's like, I'll fucking bang you out. And I was like, my half fella's dead, I could never bang him. It'd be like fucking hitting a punch bag, wouldn't it?
Nah, they're both big fellas.
Fucking flatten them.
Both with that.
My kids would fucking bang me now. I'm a mess, aren't I, lad? The kids would fill me in. Did you ever have any sort of official support with the mental health issues, or was it just sort of on your own, friends and family?
Yeah,
did you ever go and seek help or anything?
I did, and I felt very, very, what's the word? Very, very put down by it. Very,
underwhelmed by it all.
Yeah, in a way. I went and they kind of patronised me for being a kid.
100%.
I didn't understand that there was actual genuine deep problems there.
And there's not enough information about mental health even today.
Exactly.
And 10 years ago, it'd be fucking even worse, you know what I mean?
And I think they didn't see it as frustration or anger. Now as I've got older, I've realised that's what it was.
Yeah.
When I was younger, they put it down. Everyone's depressed. Everyone is. It's glamorised. Yeah. Everyone's depressed nowadays. Yeah. And they put it down to that. Straight away, you're depressed. I wasn't depressed. I was frustrated at what happened in my past, and I wanted to have fights with people because of that. Do you know what I mean? And I think, as I say, as I got older, I realised I don't need to prove myself to anyone.
Yeah.
Deal with the problems yourself.
Yeah.
Deal with your shit yourself.
Exactly.
So, again, now, my problems right now at this minute, I'm not like lonely, I'm not this, I'm not that, but I have to be around people. If I'm on my own for too long, I feel like shit.
Yeah.
And I feel down. And don't get me wrong, if I need a rest, I'll go home and I'll go to bed and I'll sit in my bed and watch a video, do you know what I mean, or have a scramble.
But you were saying you're an extrovert and you're like bouncing off people. I'm the same. I love just chatting shit all the time, and like when I'm on my own, it's fucking grim. Like, it's a bit mad, like I've got 3 kids, But when they go to bed, like say my bed's on a night out, I plan, like I always say to him, oh lad, I'll get on Call of Duty and all that, and I find myself at 9:30 on the couch like that. What's going on here? This is shit. I was going to go to bed. Because I'm just fucking miserable on my own. I like being around people.
Yeah.
So I get
Same,
it, 100%.
Exactly the same. That's it, whether it's in the gym, whether it's at home. Don't get me wrong, of a morning, I like to be on my own.
Yeah.
I go in the gym on my own.
But you've got a routine though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I have, yeah. I mean, I've got to have a routine.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah.
That's another thing my stepdad's always said to me. I've realised when your routine slightly goes out of place, it's when your head starts going.
Yeah.
And it does. I've got to train every day.
Yeah,
I've got to do some sort of
it's what makes fucking Paul. You know what I mean?
exactly.
That's your routine. Exactly. So yeah, if you start changing it too much, you never know where it's gonna fucking go, do you? Would you go back and change anything, or do you think it's molded who you are today? Yeah.
Obviously, there's been shit that I wouldn't have liked to have happened.
Yeah.
In the past, like say arguments or certain things said, certain things done.
Yeah.
But as you said, it's made me now,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't like to be no different to what I am now. I love myself.
Yeah. Good.
And I don't mean that in a vain way. I mean I love who I am today.
You've got to love yourself, because fucking who else will? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Put yourself first.
Exactly.
It's late. So I want to touch back on the boxing. Thanks for opening up. That was really nice, lad. Right. So when did you decide to sort of go full time, like all your eggs in one basket, sort of thing?
I was full time when I was in school.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like school wasn't something that like I was there every day for this amount of hours a day. I was up running before school. On my dinner time, I was even going to the gym.
Yeah.
In the school, they allowed me to do that.
Did you have a lifestyles or something in your school?
No, we just had a little tiny.
Oh, did you? We had a proper lifestyles in our school. Yeah. So like on a weekend, it was open as a fucking lifestyles gym. So it was boss.
I would have loved that. Like,
yeah, it was fucking boss.
We had like a little fitness suite, and I'd go in there and do a bit of weights or a bit of whatever. And if a night I'd go to the gym, and that was me routine every single day.
All the time. So you were full time invested as a kid anyway. Yeah. How did Bahrain come around then?
I knew someone over there basically, and I went over, and it was only for 10 days.
Initially,
and it was like a holiday.
Yeah,
and I met the fella Tony Davis over there, and he was going on about boxing. I was like, I've seen his face before. And then when he mentioned boxing, I was like, oh, that's where I know you from. I was like, what the fuck are you doing here? And he was like, no terrorist attacks, London Bridge.
Yeah. He was helping sort of people. He was on this morning and all that, wasn't he? Yeah.
And he knew the Prince of Bahrain, who owns Brave FC now.
Shit.
And
imagine knowing someone like that, lad. That's bizarre.
He knew him from the army as well, madly enough. So it's just, and he's seen him basically on the news.
Yeah.
I keep saying, I don't know why he was watching English news, especially with Holly and Philip. You know, but he's seen him on there, and he was like, "What's going on? Do you know what I mean? I'll move you over here, give you the wage, big my boxing team up."
Yeah.
So that's why he was over there anyway, and he said, "We need someone your weight," and yeah.
And that's how it happened.
I was there 2 weeks, boom, bags packed. A week or 2 weeks, I was over.
How long did you stay for then? She said initially 10 days.
Yeah, well, no, obviously I came home first.
Oh, did you? So you went for your 10 days and then you went back?
Yeah.
You went back on the night of the Champions League final, was it?
Yeah.
So everyone was crying fucking because the Liverpool had won and you're like, I'm fucking bailing in a couple of hours.
I'm getting off, I was like, fuck, I'm leaving my family, I'm leaving my mates.
Shit.
Madness.
So long was you over there for?
About 3.5, 4 months in the end.
It's a long time, is that? And you were what? 19, 20, was you?
19.
That's a fucking long time to be away from everyone, innit?
And to be fair, I was supposed to be staying until this year. I was supposed to be trying to qualify for the Olympics with them.
Okay.
And a lad, funnily enough, over there is literally just qualified for the Olympics this week. Russian, can't speak English. Danis,
still filling you in, was he?
Danis.
So, because you were sort of the closest to him in size, weren't you? Is it heavyweight, is he?
Yeah.
So you had to fight him?
Yeah, I had to spar him, I was the biggest out of them all, and he's big, you know what I mean? He's not.
You said you were trying to run around the ring and he was just jabbing you and that. That's some people are mad. But he's fighting for who? Russia or Bahrain?
Bahrain, yeah.
So how does that work then? Have you got to sort of claim citizenship or what?
Yeah, it's like a dual citizenship.
Oh, no way. So you would have been competing for Bahrain, would you?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. That would have been mad, that. Yeah. What happened? Was it just lockdown that got in the way, or you just decided?
I did compete before. I fought against USA.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but it was more of a inside competition.
Yeah.
And then once I had left, it was more, we're going to Kuwait now. We're going to UAE. I was supposed to fight against the UAE for them, but I was coming home before.
Oh, no way. That's boss. It's a story to tell when you do have kids and stuff. Like, who the fuck can say, of being fighting for Bahrain, fighting for UFC, and that's mad, that it?
And the thing is, I kick myself now. Like, the Prince, I stood and spoke to him. Everyone's getting pictures with him. Stood and spoke to him, like, twice, 3 times. Never once got a picture with him.
But the thing is, though, I mentioned this the other day, like, I had Tom Rogan on the other day, you know, the singer, and, like, people getting photos of celebrities, like, it's just not for me. I'd rather have a conversation with someone rather than like, oh, lad, here's a photo. But that's because that's the person you are. But you regret it now.
Yeah, in a way, because I'm like,
have it framed on your fucking wall in the house, lad. How much pokes you got, lad? How much money you got? That's ridiculous, isn't it? I wouldn't even like to fucking think.
Nah, neither would I.
So what was it like training out there then? Was it fucking dead hot, I imagine?
Yeah, it was.
Was it graft?
It's mad because
air-conditioned gyms,
air conditioning was constantly running, but it was still hot. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was
humid, innit? It's like breathing. It's like high altitude sort of training, innit?
Well, I was training in a gym called JD Boxing Gym.
Yeah.
That was in SAR. I was training in one called Spartan. I think that was still in SAR as well.
Yeah.
And then there was one. What was his one called? Can't even remember. Well, Spartan was like a big gym, and it was very air conditioned.
Yeah.
JD was underground, little small gym like my gym here in Poole. And
intimate one.
Yeah, it's underground, very small, very like
proper sweat box.
Yeah, it was sweaty as anything.
Heavy that.
It's another one called Cobra.
Okay.
That's a very good gym.
Is it?
Yeah, they've got proper MMA fighters in there. It's now just been named the Bahrain's boxing like hub, and that's a very good gym. That was freezing when you walked in. It was lovely.
Is that where the fella worked who's been training sort of Habib and stuff? Is that Cobra, is it, or is that one?
No, that's JD.
Was that in JD, is it? Yeah,
that was Jassim, his name is, he's done pads and stuff with him. And
it's mad, rubbing shoulders and fucking work with him on a day-to-day basis.
I was half open, Habib just like sliding one day, but I thought, you're alright, mate.
Imagine it should have fucking spark, man, stolen him. I've seen that little video going around, I don't know if it's a Russian fighter or not, where they're like at a PR day, and like he's getting like selfies, and this little like Russian kid with his hat on just fucking left hooks him and runs. Have you seen it? That's
I found that kid on Instagram as well.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, it's funny.
It's this little run like that, gets off like that's what's that, no way. So with boxing, do you prefer to sort of box clever or go toe to toe?
I love a fight.
Do you?
I love. Thing is, look at the size of my arms. I've got long arms.
What's your inch on your fucking reach then?
I don't even know.
Get the tape measure out, lad.
Not as big as them.
That's that bed in the jacuzzi last week, she'll tell you.
Two.
Like a fucking baby's arm holding a toffee apple, lad. The fucking size of it.
But yeah, I can box long.
Yeah.
I can score points.
Yeah.
But if someone wants to have a fight, I will have a fucking fight. I like to get inside.
So when you do fight, you sort of just have the same approach to every fight, or is it you research your opponent and you're like, right, I need to do this? Like, how does it sort of work?
In Bahrain, obviously, it was more.
You don't know your opponent till the day, do you?
I did. Because it was in a proper arena. It was proper set up. I knew exactly who I was fighting for. Months really. My coaches have seen him before, watched videos on him.
So all your analysis
he was shorter, stockier, knew what he liked to go to the body a lot. Bit like Mike Tyson, but a little version, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was they were saying to me, stay on the outside of the ring, box long, off your jab, comes in close, uppercut, left hook, punch to the chest, things like that. But when he got in close, I was uppercutting left hook, but then it was I wanted to get in on him, yeah. But I boxed clever. And it's probably the most clever I've ever boxed, actually, because it was so long. It's because it was like a proper camp before it, and I trained so long solely on to fight him specifically. It was inbred then. It was inbred to do what I was doing. Yeah. Whereas whenever I fight here, just say a normal little club shop,
interclub or something.
You don't know who the fuck you're fighting. Yeah. You could turn up, could be 9 foot tall, you could be 2 foot tall, could be this wide, that's skinny.
So you just got to go into it open-minded. Yeah. So I've trained in different gyms, I've trained in Thai box and stuff, I've trained in Cowbomb for years, only for fitness. I've never fucking actively fought or anything, and I've done sparring and all that. But I loved luta libre and rolling and all that, just fucking cuddling men, that's what I'm about, lad. But I was quite technical and I fucking really enjoyed it. And then when I got in sparring, I went in with a mindset, right, I'm going to do this, going to do that. And as soon as I get fucking webbed on the nose, my head just went and I'm windmilling and everything. How do you stay focused when you get fucking caught? Can you, or do you just fucking? Do you just go mad?
I get caught. I think if I've been stupid and got caught, that's when I get wound up. So I'm like, wound
my
up
fault.
myself. Yeah, and that's when I might go a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
When it's experience, you learn to just fucking behave. You've caught me, but I'll catch you now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's just one of them. It comes with experience.
Do you ever find people sort of, when they do catch you, like they get fucking carried away and then they just open themselves up and you can just fucking bingo them, or?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. I've done it myself. I've caught a lad with a right hook. I've heard people go, ooh, right hook again. Ooh, I don't really throw the right hook, so when I'm throwing it, I'm feeling like, oh, it's landed, it was hard, and he was against the ropes, he was half shot.
Yeah.
And he went to do it again, and he caught me with a left hook. I was like, what? Just a wild shot he threw out of panic.
Yeah, bang.
And caught me, I was like, oh.
That could have fucking floored you though.
And yeah, that was me when I realised I went a little bit wild, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I stood back
But
myself.
you're a big lad, and like, the fucking heavier you get in boxing, the fucking harder the digs are. So one haymaker can just finish it, you know what I mean? It's scary. Yeah. So, I know you want to go pro. What's the process to turning pro? Like, how do you just go, I want to be fucking pro, or you got to go through fucking...
In a way,
really?
Yeah. Obviously, you got to know people. You got to have
a good setup behind you.
Yeah. It's, at the minute, it's finding the best team for me and the best manager, just the best trainers and things like that.
Well, I was going to say, so where you're training now, when you do turn pro, are you going to stick with them, or have you got to find a team and change it up a little bit?
Yeah, there's pro-am gyms out there, so professional amateur gyms. But my gym, I box for anyway, is just an amateur gym, solely amateur. So, but we know people, and my coaches know people who are pros, so they'll feed me into them.
Yeah.
But I'm also looking for my best option at the minute. Do you know what I mean? I'm just going around sparring to people, but COVID has just
fucked everything on it. Yeah, you don't want to jump in fucking.
I'm not in a rush either. At the end of the day, I'm 21. I'm still young. I can still fight in any combat sport at once.
Yeah.
I'm not in a rush. I'm still gaining experience. Do you know what I mean? I'll be able to fight till 40, hopefully, if I do it right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. When you do sort of turn pro, then you find the right gym, the right trainers. Have you got to apply for a license then to fight? Is that how it works?
Yeah, of course. You've got brain scans, eye scans,
everything.
Tests, there's all kinds. Yeah.
And you said you're open-minded to sort of get him in the cage. You know, obviously, McGregor's done it. He's been in the cage and then he's fought fucking Mayweather. Is it easy just to change discipline, or...?
I think for me, like... I spar quite a bit, like, in other gyms, and, like, I do other combat sports, so, like, for me, I know, so if I'm doing Muay Thai, I know to make me hips a little bit more square on.
Yeah.
I know to come a little bit more square on. It's easier to check kicks and things like that. It's easier to block and throw kicks back. In boxing, your hips are a little bit more side on, your shoulders are more side on.
Yeah.
I'm more off my jab. It's, you just learned, like in judo as well, I'll be a lot more square. In jiu-jitsu, I'll be a lot more, like, more, not a boxing stance, but a little bit more cross, just so I can stay low. And
sense of gravity and all that.
Yeah, it's just, it's experience, and
it's ingrained in you, you know, when it's like a switch for, like, right, I'm in fucking MMA, I'm in boxing, and judo. That's mad,
again, I'm not, like, the best at everything, do you know what I'm trying to say that, but, like, obviously, boxing has took over, and I will get into do Muay Thai or kickboxing or whatever.
At some point.
Sometimes we'll be like, I know, I will square myself up, do you know what I mean? I'll get leg kicked because my leg's out forward like a boxer. So I'm like, fuck, stand up a little bit more.
But that's the only way you're going to learn, innit? By fucking making them silly mistakes. What's your sort of, I know the sky's the limit, but what's your realistic goals then with boxing? You want to turn pro, obviously COVID's been a fucking swat, but once everything's lifted, what sort of goals have you got? And have you got like a timing plan with it?
I haven't really got a time and plan.
No, because you said you can open to box until 40 at least, so you're not in a rush.
I'd fight for forever if I could, obviously, but obviously there's people my age coming up once you're 40 and then you start getting banged by them, do you know what I mean? I start going into like a pensioners home sort of thing. I fight older people.
Like the fucking vet league in footy, innit? You can only sign up if you're over 40.
Exactly, Do you want Mike Tyson and Holyfield and I don't know?
Just fucking, what are they called?
Exhibitions.
Exhibitions, you have to fucking money on that though as well. It's berserk, innit? Fucking do it, lad. Exactly. That's mad, that. I've been watching your sort of early morning videos and all that, and you love working out, and you've sort of gone on about how important it is to work out. I've sort of been told that you're looking at like a personal training business then. What's happening with that? What's the sort of plans behind it?
I've been doing it for years, to be fair. Yeah. Like, when I was... I can't even remember. I was in college. I was like 16, 17, whatever. And he said to me, because I put a post on my Instagram and said, anyone wants training, get on me.
Yeah.
And the owner of the college came over and said, "I've seen on your Instagram, you said, if you want to train, have you got your badge on it?" I was like, "Well, I've got my boxing badge."
Yeah.
But not like a personal trainer or anything like that.
You've got to fucking know how.
Yeah, and he was just...
Because years of training yourself.
Basically, yeah. Like, it's experience.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, do you want it? Do you want your personal trainer?" I was like, yeah. He was like, "Well, you don't have to do a test, you don't have to do nothing. It's intertwined with what you're doing now in your work.
Okay.
So we'll just give you it." I was like, "Oh yeah, come on."
Sound, yeah.
Just give me it. That was it. I
Fair
got my badge.
play,
Because it was literally the way I seen the work, what you have to do for it.
I imagine
exactly the same as what
if a stranger off the street came in and was like, "Hey, here's a badge," he's going to be like, "Fuck off, you dickhead." But he's watched you, he's seen you, he knows what you're about. Yeah. So yeah, fair play. So is that sort of a backup plan to boxing? Or is it just
a little bit of a money maker on the side?
Is that what it is? Just a fucking side game?
My plan A is to fight.
100%.
Always. Yeah. It always has been, always will be.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of little plans. There's different routes I'm going to take as well. Other little business ventures I'm going to have. That's just one of them. That's
it. You've got to have your hands in all these different fucking pots and all that, haven't you? But yeah, and at the same time though, you don't want to sort of take too much energy away from boxing and fighting.
No, of course not.
Because we were talking about it a while back, sort of when McGregor and Dustin were going for number 2. And I was watching a podcast, and I think it was Darren Till, James English podcast, and he was saying, like, McGregor seems to be a different... got fucking filled in the end, but he was a different animal coming into this because he had that much going on around him. He had fucking his hands everywhere, and he wasn't channeling just on fighting. He was, his events planning, his whiskey, his this, his that, and he was everywhere, loose cannon. And for that camp, he was just, I'm back to fucking basics fighting. You can get sidetracked if you take your eye off the fucking ball a little bit.
And the thing is, people say, like, it's hard to get up for a run in the morning when you're waking up in silk pajamas or whatever the saying goes.
Yeah,
it's true.
I get that.
You're not from the ghetto anymore, you know what I mean? Yeah. You're not having to like grind to work your way up.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with me, like it's never been about like money. It's never been about all like the luxuries and the high life. Happy, innit? Yeah, I want to be the best. I want to be a world champion. I want the belts. That's my aim. Do you know what I mean? And I like to fight. Yeah. So it's just the enjoyment. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, it's the right mindset to have. Yeah. And I think you are gonna go there. Right, so the next section, it's a game I like to play. It's called Everyone Has the Price. I'll throw some questions your way, a couple of scenarios, see what you're willing to do for the payout, yeah. So I'm going to play me Thieves Tune, you ready?
It's time for Everyone Has the Price. Find out if you're nasty or nice.
So, Paul, who's your boxing hero?
Boxing hero?
Yeah.
Honestly?
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather, all right. Probably a fucking really good one for this because I've seen some videos of him doing this. For 450 grand, would you let him speedball your onion bag for 30 seconds? Just like that on your ball.
Fucking too late. Where do you want me to stand? Like?
450 grand though, it's fucking stupid money, innit?
Fucking tell me.
Lad, your balls are going to be in bits though, aren't they? They're not going to bounce back like a speedball though, are they?
I'll get them gold plated after that, you know what I mean?
450, fuck, that was easy. You're flying. That's right, well I'll move on. You're back in Bahrain, right? For some reason you're back there. They've got some strict laws, right? For 250 grand, you've got to run through a shopping mall in nothing but a mankini, lad.
Over there?
Yeah.
With my hands chopped
yeah, exactly. No time. You got to answer fucking spend your money.
I do it here, doing an Aston. Yeah.
Not in fucking Bahrain, though. That's heavy, that sound. All right, then. So, in C4 from Bootle, you're known as the Hook, right? You're for 350 grand, right? You've got to go to Tesco and Seaforth and just start left hooking everyone for 2 minutes and then get off before you get nicked.
Right, yeah.
Originally, I said,
all women, all men,
yeah, exactly,
kids.
all the all fossils and kids and everything. Originally, I said 10 minutes, and I went to him. He went, lad, 10 minutes left hooking people. He was like, lad, that's fucking a long time fighting, you know. And I was like, all right, then I'll give him 2 minutes then. Fucking sound then. You're fucking flying there then. You're 800 grand up here. Fucking hell. What's your favourite meal?
Favourite meal?
Yeah.
Where this is gonna go.
I don't know where I will come up with these. Go on. What's your favourite meal?
I don't even know, to be fair. Probably Steak.
Steak.
Anything
Right.
steak related.
Steak. All right then. If there was one bird in the world you could get with, who would it be?
Probably that Margot Robbie. Someone like, or along the lines of it.
All right. All right then. So, for 150 grand, right, Margot Robbie's got to sit there chewing a 16-ounce steak and then shit it out on your chest.
Oh.
Just-
fuck it.
Just
In my
lying
mouth.
there, right? She's just got to like
Go ahead.
squat.
Go ahead.
Just like, arched all over
I'm
you and all
open.
that.
I'm an open.
Fucking
I'm
sa-
open to shit like that. You know what I mean?
One, you're getting to see Margot Robbie's fucking bullet hole. And then it's a little bit of steak there. You're like, it smells quite nice.
Exactly. Out of my mouth.
I don't know. I was writing it last night and I was just looking at myself going, what the fuck are you doing, lad? It's like, lad. Got two more then. So, for 500 grand, it's the highest one. You're in the gym training. You've got to pull all the matted hair out of the drain in the showers and just scran it in front of everyone.
It's half all man anyway. Like,
Like a little fucking griller over there, lad.
baldy chest, me.
Have you got a hairy back though?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
There's a lad in our work, right, and he's got a scarily hairy back, and he's got a back brush.
Bit of velvet.
How vile is that? He's got a brush, and he
Back brush?
brushes his back, lad. Lad,
I swear.
that's bad, that, isn't
I
it?
swear.
Alright, well, fucking, you vet that fucking, your own hair anyway. Like, on top of the steak like that, great girl. Fucking bit of texture to it. Right, last one then. You're in the gym, everyone's training in sweatsuits, right? For 50 grand after training, you've got to collect all the sweat and just down it in front of everyone in a pint glass. It's all warm and everything in it.
How much?
50 grand, dead
50
low,
grand?
but it's a lot of money. Like, I'd probably do anything for 50 grand, like some skins. But
Or everyone's sweat?
how much is coming out of a sweatsuit though? Because, like,
A lot.
is it?
But
That's gonna
I reckon
just
that,
a pint
if it was
glass
that
then?
bottle you could easily fill to there, like,
just with one person.
Yeah.
All right, then just
easy.
a pint glass, but you've got to take it from multiple people, so it's different. Fucking
People in my gym?
yeah.
Nah.
You know what scruffy comes in your gym.
Yeah, I see what they get
Oh,
up to.
yeah. Just like pure fucking gooch sweat and
If
everything.
it was like,
Ugh.
say, nah, I'm not even. If it was a few bears or something, say it was a little yoga class.
Yeah.
Maybe, but
Like the fucking Call on Me video where they're all fucking flustered and all
exactly,
that.
yeah.
Get the beard and that, it's all right, but no.
tonight, throw it
No.
at me.
It's just, it's making me sick, you know? Because, like, I remember, I just smell like school fucking changing room, just pure, like, ball sack sweat and it.
nah, our gym smells worse than
Is
that.
it? Just proper warmth, though.
You walk in and it's just. Honestly.
That's nasty. Well, listen, you're fucking flying here, lad. You've got enough money to fucking be sorted for life. Happy days. So, Paul, what does the future hold for you then? So, in this section, I always ask people what the future holds. It can be career-based, it can be long-term, it can be short-term, it can be I want to learn to fucking play musical instruments, fucking pass me driving, you already drive, like, but it can be anything. So, what sort of goals have you got for the future?
Just be the best fighter I can.
Yeah.
Best. I want to be the best, obviously. I want to be world champion. And that's where I want to head to. That's what I'm training for, you know what I mean? That's what I'm doing.
That's your fucking
I
sole
wanna better
purpose then,
myself.
innit?
Yeah. Honestly, I live to fight. And
Good lad.
That's it, you know what I mean?
Fucking good lad. Well, listen, is there anything you want to plug before we go? Any socials or any projects you work on your PT and all that?
Yeah,
Anything like that?
get on my PTs. come and train with me.
Come and stream it, yeah.
Um,
I fucking need you, lad. I'm a fucking mess, lad.
Get on to the
I
gym.
can't even see me dick anymore. Me neck Kelly's in the way, I swear, lad. I have to get like fucking mirrors on my shoes to have a look. It's a joke.
Nah, it's not that bad.
So where can we find your PTs then?
In Marsh Lane. At the minute,
Contact you through Instagram or what?
Instagram, yeah, just give me
What's
a
your
message
Instagram
on
handle?
Paul_Blackburn 00.
Good lad.
Yeah, just throw us a message. I'm in Marsh Lane at the minute in my boxing gym.
Yeah.
But once my dad's dojo opens again properly, we've got a proper gym set up there.
Fantastic.
Proper weights machines, like a proper commercial, well, not a commercial gym, like, but
yeah.
looks like a commercial gym
Yeah.
inside a little bit. So yeah, I'll be doing proper personal training there, and then obviously more fight-based stuff in my box.
In Marsh Lane. Good lad. Well, listen, it was a fucking pleasure having you on. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, I did.
In a bit late. Ta-ra, late.
Later.
Alright everyone, today's episode is brought to you by Mogwai-CBD, leaders in organic CBD. All my listeners can now get 10% off all CBD products at www.mogwai-cbd.com. That's WAI-CBD.com. Alternatively, you can go across to the Instagram page, Mogwai_CBD, and just follow the link there to the website. Now, if you use discount code NOWTHEN10, that's NOWTHEN10, NOWTHEN10, you can get 10% off all products there.